you like to play cards, and we just played euchre last night, and we had a really good time. And I don't know where you learned to play euchre.
Oh, well, before we left the Boston area, I was 8 years old when we left there. We lived in a little town called Belmont, which is a Boston, Cambridge satellite suburb. And we had a little house in Belmont, and my great-grandfather, who actually raised my mother as a child, was a Civil War veteran, and for some reason, he and his third wife lived with us. And he was well up in years at the time. This was about 1916 or 17, something like that. And of course, he was a Civil War veteran, so they lived with us. And like I said, I don't know why, but I used to spend a lot of time with him because he was just loafing around the house, not doing anything, and he taught me how to play cribbage and euchre and poker and a few other things. And he started to teach me how to chew tobacco one time, and my mother had fits and throw him out. So he quit that, because that was one thing that she hated. He chewed tobacco, and of course he had what they called spittoons at the time. He had a desk in his room, and he had a spittoon by the desk, but when he walked around anywhere else in the house, he had to carry a tin can to spit in, because my mother wouldn't allow him anywhere in the house if he had tobacco in his mouth. Well, he had the can in his hand, so that was all right. He could chew tobacco as long as he had the can with him to spit in. But when he offered me a chew, she had a fit. But like I said, he taught me a lot of stuff, because a lot of the sitting around stuff. It was like other things when I got an infection in my knee from pushing my wagon around and stuff, and I spent a whole summer with my foot up on a chair trying to treat this infected knee. And my mother taught me how to knit and crochet and darn socks and all that stuff, and sew on buttons, and I learned all that stuff. And people even today wonder how I can pull something together with a nail and thread, or sew my own buttons on and stuff like that. And they don't understand that, because back in our days, when we were young, men didn't do those things.